Welcome to LC Screen Talk. My name is Larry, and this is my review of Shaun the Sheep Movie. So as you can tell, I'm obviously an animation fan. I'm a big old kid at heart when it comes to films. I love me some animated film. And I also love me some Wallace and Gromit. And I enjoy Chicken Run as well. So I was pretty excited for Shaun the Sheep. And I did end up really enjoying it. Plus, the movie came with some surprises that I think just added to the charming little film that we received. But these surprises are also not for everyone, so let's go ahead and just jump right into those so you can know if this is a movie you and your children will enjoy or maybe should steer clear of. The biggest shock for me was that Shaun the Sheep Movie was completely dialogue free. The animals just kind of made grunts and noises and like little growls at each other. And barks for the dogs. They stayed true to the actual animal noises they were supposed to make with a few little variations thrown in there. But the human characters also did not speak. They had sort of language. They kind of just like at each other. They kind of growled as well and just made indiscernible noises. And that represented language here. So, other than the music that is played, there is not a single English word spoken by any of the actual characters. Thus, the movie has to rely on physical humor. All of the gags have to be played out visually for you to understand. And in that aspect, the creators did an amazing job. So as I said before, this is from the creators that did Wallace and Gromit and Chicken Run. That's Aardman Animations. It is a British animated studio. This is a British film. And it feels very much like British comedy. So even if maybe you're not the biggest animation fan, if you're into British comedy and British humor is your thing, I think you'll like Shaun the Sheep Movie. But just the fact that it's dialogue free, the way that it's animated, the character design all scream quirky Britishness in the best possible way. Not only from the fact that it is claymation, it's stop motion clay animation, but the character design speaks very clearly to Aardman's signature look. The humans and the dog look like they are ripped straight out of Wallace and Gromit. The rooster looks like he is a character straight out of Chicken Run. And it mixes this kind of ugly and cute style of animation. Some of the characters are a little off-putting and not so cute in design. And then you have like that little tiny baby sheep and even Shaun the Sheep, who are adorable and so cute to look at. And all of our characters are extremely expressive and have their own little personalities without having to even speak a word. All of our messages are conveyed extremely clearly, very well, and all of the humor is done really effectively. There is some humor that skews very young, that keeps the kids involved. So we do have sounds and bodily humor. I'm not a huge fan, but in this context it wasn't so rude and crude, so I was a little bit more okay with it. And then we do have humor that skews much more toward adults that might go over kids' heads. Again, without having to throw in pop culture references or, make a sexual joke that will kind of go over kids' heads. These are just more mature types of humor played out on the screen. But in saying that, I think that there are portions in this movie that feel like they drag a little bit because there's no dialogue to move things along. The music is used very sparingly throughout, so there's no real catalyst to move us along. And I think especially if you have young children that aren't going to be receptive to sitting in a movie where they have to watch and focus the entire time to get any of it, this may not be the right movie for you. And I would really gauge it on if you did like Wallace and Gromit and Chicken Run, because again, the type of humor and the vein of the film and the atmosphere are very much in line with Aardman Animation's previous works. So you can kind of gauge if you'll enjoy this or not. Maybe you haven't heard of these other films or seen them, and you're always up to something new. I would say definitely give Shaun the Sheep Movie a chance. It is so different from anything that is being produced in Hollywood these days. It's so refreshing to see a different animation style put on the screen. Much like how I felt with Box Trolls and everything that Leica Studios produces, it's just so refreshing to have stop motion animation still being produced for the big screen. And we're not going to have this kind of animation anymore unless people support it. And I always like to reward films that are daring and take a chance. We don't get dialogue-free movies hardly ever, not since The Artist, and especially for an animated film. We haven't had anything close to this since WALL-E, and that wasn't even completely dialogue-free, just about the first half of it was. So it's unique, it has charm, and it plays to different senses for your children and gives them a completely new experience. It doesn't play down to them, it doesn't play dumb for kids. No, it provides an intelligent, fun, witty, animated film for kids to enjoy. That being said, it's not for everyone, but I say, give it a chance. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. So, that has been my review of Shaun the Sheep Movie. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead, click like down below and subscribe to the channel so you are always up to date on our latest videos. Also, join in on the conversation. Are you excited to see Shaun the Sheep Movie? And what is your favorite claymation or stop motion animated film? Let me know either in the comment section down below or hit me up on Twitter. I love you all so much for your support. Mwah! Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!